So, should you be on a high fat or a low fat diet? Controversy subject in the world of fat loss and fitness. Should you go on high fat or low fat? Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you some facts about each and let you decide really which one the best is for you. So we've kind of been brainwashed since about 1973 that fat is the enemy, and everybody's like, oh, I can't eat fat. Oh God, I get fat if I eat fat. So it's ingrained into us to think that fat is really bad for you. What people don't understand is there's lots of different types of fats, from trans fat, saturated, mono, and poly. But I'm not going to go into the boring sciencey shit about this. I'm just going to give you the Mr. Matt's facts about fat. So first thing we've got to understand that fat has nearly zero influence on insulin. And you can only really store fat when insulin is above a certain point. So if fat has little to no response on insulin, does it make you fat? Depends what the fat is mixed with. If you're eating fats with sugar, then it's pretty much a recipe for disaster, because fats and sugars combined isn't found in nature anywhere. But without certain fats, the body would pretty much die. We use a lot of fats in our immune system, in our nervous system, in the way our heart works, in the way our brain works. Our brain is actually very, very fatty. So if we start restricting fats, then we're restricting the body from what it actually needs, a lot of nutrients. And normally if people go low fat, they're going to go very high refined carb or very high sugar in the diet, which you're asking for type 2 diabetes and even Alzheimer's. But Matt, I read in this magazine that fat is really bad for you and I should eat everything that says low fat on it. Okay, if it says low fat on it, then what's happened to the product? The product's been refined and been mushed through some fucking machine to remove the fat, and normally if fat's been removed, they'll add something to sweeten it up, because fat is actually quite a sweet flavor. So if they remove the fat, they need to flavor it with something. They'll normally flavor it with sugar or some sort of artificial sweetener. A lot of S's in that sentence. But you've got to kind of break it down into how we evolve. Like as humans, we evolved eating things that were natural and what we found in nature. So we wouldn't suddenly find an animal, kill it and cook it and think, oh my God, I'm not going to eat the fat because this will make me fat. You would actually cherish that fat, because when it was cooked, the fat would be so crispy and sweet, that would be the first thing you ate, and that would what we'd all fight over is the fat. And fat like that, the body will use it. It's got a lot of good shit in there that your body's going to use to make you healthier, live longer, be stronger, and be leaner. So again, I'm not going to go into details of the science and the research and all these things, but look at the common sense. What did we evolve on? What did we eat? When did everyone start getting fat? And the 1973 referendum thing where everyone went high sugar, low fat, like fat's the enemy, let's go low fat. That's when all the obesity started. That's when all the cancer started. That's when everybody just ballooned in weight. Because the food companies were like low fat, low fat, low fat, high sugar, cheaper to make, got away with it. And now, I don't know, half the world is obese or something like that. I don't know the exact figure, but it's pretty fucking bad. I think you'd agree. So listen, fat isn't the enemy. I eat lots of fat, but also lots of good fat. There's a big difference between bad fats and good fats. But if it's natural, if it's not been messed with, if you found it in nature, then eat it. Simple as that. If it says low fat on it, or reduced fat, or light, or diet, I would stay the fuck away from it, because that means chemical shitstorm. So I hope you found this video very informative and gave you kind of the simple facts of why you should eat good fats and why you should avoid refined sugars and refined carbohydrates, really. So if you want to ask me anything, post in the comments section below. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Plenty more videos to come. Enjoy. Matt, I'm going to get fat if I eat fat.